to cut on Foxbody SN95 New Edge floor to do a welded floor or 25.5, 25.3, 25.2, any of those. So essentially, if you're not doing a back half and you're only doing the floor and like standard down bars, you're going to cut essentially right on the edge of this panel here, just right on the floor, all the way across the back, and then all the way on the outside of the floor right against the rocker. And then right up here where the floor starts going up, there's a seam there where they put the factory floor fans. You're going to cut right there. And because there's going to be a tube going here, and then like obviously the rest of the floor structure. So yeah, it's just all the way up and across. You'll end up cutting a little bit more out around here just for the inner frame rails and stuff, but to start I always just cut straight across, all the way across the trans tunnel and everything, and just start there, and then you'll end up cutting all the spot welds for all of the floor structure and everything. This one's a little bit more of a pain in the butt because it's already got subframe connectors in it, so got to cut all those out too. But
depends on what type of floor you're doing also, like if you're just if you're doing just floor pans, so you can do our welded floor without cutting out the tunnel. You can do just the side panels, you don't have to do the whole tunnel, but we recommend doing the whole tunnel because
it's just easier.
Yeah, and it's cleaner. And then so back here where it necks down, if you get your car low enough, you're gonna run into drive shaft issues right there. So
yep. So we always just cut it out because we get the whole replacement floor pan that has the tunnel and everything, and like this guy is gonna do factory style floors back in it, so I'll end up cutting up the new floor pan and putting it in with a factory tunnel. But we're probably gonna cut it about here and raise this whole back portion up. That way he clears drive shaft.
Yep. So yeah, we'll let Mark get to work and cut it out and kind of show you. It's a little bit easier once it's cut out to show you where to cut, but we'll let him get to it.
So you can see we just kind of went all the way around the edge. I still got to do all the cleanup work, so all this stuff has to all get cleaned up. Cut all the spot welds on everything all the way around. Same with like this. There's still like the front lip from where the floor overlaps the firewall, and still got to clean this stuff up. But for the most part, everything's cut out. It's all laying over on the floor over there. So this one's, like I said, a little more work because of all the subframe connector stuff going on. So it's got like these set into the factory frame rail. Then it had plates on the back I had to cut off. That's all this because our number one bar is going to sit like right here. So this will end up getting welded to the number one bar. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, to get the main portion of the floor out, it took me about 20 minutes. Just go around the whole outside and it just pretty much drops out. Make sure you don't have brake lines and fuel lines going underneath it though.
Yep. That's key.
This guy was awesome, and he completely stripped everywhere in between the firewall and the back seat area. Nothing was under it, so that was awesome. Saved me a lot of time, and in turn, him a lot of money.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the floor we cut out, and then here is the reman floor. So the main differences on that is, so if you were to take this and say you notched all of the tubes into it, you would still have this, which is the seat mount, the original stock seat mount, and drilling all these spot welds to get it off, you're more than likely going to have holes here after you drill them.
About 100 holes.
Yeah, so you're left with that. Well, this one, these reman floors do not have that. So the only thing we take off is the stock seat hole mounts right here. We take these brackets off, but that's pretty much it. So this floor is almost ready to go. And there's no real extra panels. We can kind of section it how we need to over the bars and makes it look really nice.
Yep. So with that, I'll essentially cut the entire thing up and just kind of lay it out, and I'll try and make all the factory stuff line up in between the tubes and stuff as best as I can, just to make it look like it was molded into the floor instead of molding the floor around the tubes.
Yep.
But if you want to just cut whatever shape out and stick it in there, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter.
And then we already have kind of a start to the floor, or it's almost finished. We just left the X out just in case we need to make it bent, but it is fit. The rest of it is ready, welded, ready to drop in. Obviously, not everyone has this luxury to have a jig, but we do sell welded floors, so you basically cut your floor out and just slide this in and you're done. You don't have to, you know, try and hold things on jack stands. And
Right, and then you have a completely level base to start the rest of the cage.
Yep.
So it's been a fairly popular option because it saves everybody a whole mess of time.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's nice.